Hello, I'm Michael Knight, and I am the fly tyer and designer of this fly, the FTR Skater. I'm going to show you how to tie this fly. First, you'll need a standard dry fly hook, size 10. You'll need 6/0 pre-waxed nylon thread, 10. For the legs, I have 4 strands of black crystal flash, and the body is 1/8 inch tan foam rubber. Now I start this fly by tying in the thread about 1/16 of an inch behind the eye of the hook, and I build a small bump there. This bump will actually help with the presentation of the fly. Then I take my crystal flash and I grasp it right on top of the hook shank and against the bump, and I put 2 pinch wraps on there. But before I go any further, I check the length of the legs. They should be about 2 shank lengths in front of the eye. Then carefully wind the thread, keeping hold of the leg material, and I wind the thread back with concentric wraps to a point just where the thread will hang right in front of the hook point. Then I take the rear leg material, grasp it with my right hand, and I pull it forward so that I can build a bump with my left hand behind these legs. Then I let go and I fold the legs back, and I bring the thread forward from the rear legs, 3 concentric wraps in front of the legs. Now I take my foam rubber and I put it right on top of the hook shank and right up against the rear legs, and that gives me just a very little but sufficient area of foam rubber to secure the body on top of the hook with very little distortion. Then, after I tie it in, I take my left hand and I carefully fold back the foam rubber body, and I bring the thread forward underneath the foam body to that same 3 thread widths length behind the front legs. I fold the foam rubber over and I cut the foam rubber at the point where the body will stop at the legs, and again, with very little distortion, I have enough material to bind it down. Then I take my whip finisher, oversized whip finisher, complete my knot, trim the thread, and to finish the fly, I take the front legs with my left hand and I fold them back. Then I pinch them with my right hand, and I do the same with the rear legs so that they will form a V right over the middle of the body. And when I do that, I trim all the legs together to the exact same length. Then I separate the legs to look like the 8 legs of a genuine spider. This fly will land so softly on the water and give so much movement, even on a dead drift, with that crystal flash in the legs, and it often triggers a very violent and splashy strike. Tight lines.